We're thrilled to have Arnold Hazekamp come tonight and talk to us about new developments in the research of cannabis and different medical conditions.
So cannabis as a medicine. Of course, I can tell you a long story that I believe in cannabis as a medicine, and it makes a lot of sense, but you probably also know people that say, well, if I drink 3 beers or 3 whiskeys, then my pain goes away too. So it's just all placebo, you just want to get high and then you don't feel anything anymore. Maybe they're right, who knows? This I always call the most important slide in my presentation because this actually links what we all observe and think we know about medicinal cannabis to the world of pharmacy. Because we actually have cannabis going on in our brain all the time. What does that mean? Well, in 1965, some guy called Mechulam, he was then a PhD student in Israel, discovered the molecular formula of THC. I just showed it to you in one of my earlier slides. Of course, the question was, if we consume these molecules, something happens to our brain. So how does that work? What happens actually inside our body? It took him 25 years to actually find receptors or binding places in our brain and immune system where cannabinoids, THC and others, had their activity. So that's where they go and that's where they start a certain reaction that gives us a certain effect. Then the question arises, what are these receptors doing here? They're not created by God just to give us a good time when we smoke cannabis, and maybe that's the case too, but there must be some other reason as well. So there must be something going on in our bodies, some chemicals must be there that bind to the receptors and have a function. And indeed, just 5 years later, they identified the so-called endogenous cannabinoids, or endocannabinoids, and these are 2 of the main ones, anandamide and 2-AG. And it means that our body is regulating a lot of its functions, everything from blood pressure to bone formation to regulation of pain with these chemicals. What we're actually doing when we smoke cannabis as a medicine, we're interfering with the system to push it in the direction that we want to push it. So there's a real link with what our bodies are doing and what cannabis does to it.